Hello everyone, this is Priyanka from grade 9 and here I am going to show you experiment on the science where we learn Newton's law in the physics. So we learned 3 Newton's law, right? So let's discuss about this with the experiment. So let's begin. So first Newton's law I am going to do. So for this experiment the materials required are one is knife and another is potato. So let's begin. So let's pierce this knife into this potato. Yeah, I have pierced it. So now all of you look at to this potato. All of you observe this potato, not my hand. Now I'm just gonna beat here. Just all of you observe this potato. Let's see what happens. So yeah, well, what do you get from this? I guess you all thought that the potato is moving up. No, absolutely you are wrong. Actually, the potato is not at all moving. When I bet to this knife, the knife is moving down, the potato is at still rest. So as we know Newton's first law that when the object is in rest or uniform motion, it wants to be in uniform motion or in the rest. So as we know the potato was in rest, so it is still in rest until external force is applied. So when I apply force, then yeah, obviously it will fall down. Yeah, this says that first law of motion, where the object, if the object is in rest or uniform motion, it wants to be in the same motion until external force is applied to it. This is all about the first law of motion. So let's move to second law of motion. For the second Newton's law, the materials required are the sand and 2 lemons. One which will be very heavy and which is very small. So now I have taken 2 lemons and I am dropping these lemons into the sand. So let's see what happens. So now let's remove these lemons and see what happened here. So what do you observe here? So here the mass which is very heavy lemon, so that made very deep and hollow hole, and this small lemon doesn't made bigger or deeper hollow hole as compared to this. So what we will get to know from here? So from this activity we know that the formula for the second Newton's law is F is equal to ma. What is the meaning of this? Force is equal to mass times acceleration. This says about F is equal to ma. Here we saw that these 2 lemons we have taken. So one lemon has more mass and this has lesser mass compared to this. So by this we gonna say that the greater the mass, the greater the force for the same acceleration. This is all about the Newton's second law. Now coming to the last Newton's law, that is third Newton's law. So let's start. So for the third Newton's law, for this experiment we need materials are one is thread, one is tape and one is balloon. So let's see. So let's first blow this balloon like this. Now there I have one end of thread and another end is there. So now I'm gonna leave this balloon. So let's see what happens here. Has equal and opposite reaction to it. So what does it mean by this experiment? So when I left the balloon, you saw that the air was passing towards the opposite direction and the balloon was moving that side. So here says that the opposite reaction is giving that the air is moving towards here and the balloon is moving towards this side. So there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is all about the Newton's law, where I have shown you the Newton's law by small experiment. I hope you all understood by this experiment. Thank you.